Hey guys, and welcome back to this Valencia FIFA 18 career mode. If I sound a little bit more quiet than usual, it's because it's super late right now as I'm recording this, and I'm just trying to keep the volume down a little bit. Obviously, in the last episode, we got our La Liga campaign underway. Bit of a stuttering start though. We drew at home to Las Palmas, who are definitely going to be one of the teams at the lower end of the table. But then, miraculously, we followed that up with a win away at Real Madrid. So not quite sure how that works. Today's plan, as you can see, is get transfer deadline day out the way. Not got too much business planned at this stage. I think the best bit of business we can do is keep in hold of the current crop of players that we have here at Valencia. And after the deadline day is done, we've got a tough game. We're playing the other Madrid, Atletico, at home before travelling to Levante to play that league game. So let's progress and let's see what this episode has in store for us. First things first is a transfer offer for Santi Mina, coming from the Premier League from Southampton. We all know the answer to that. Reject. He is going absolutely nowhere. More transfer offers coming in. Schalke interested in purchasing Rodrigo. Now, I'm not sure what your thoughts are on Rodrigo. He's 26 years old, so should be in his prime, but I feel like he hasn't quite hit his sort of full potential and achieved what he is capable of achieving at this point. But I am going to reject it. I am going to keep Rodrigo around the squad. And there was also another offer. This time, again, it's from the Premier League, this time from Liverpool for Gaia, €22.5 million. Mönchengladbach and Arsenal have already had bids rejected for him, and I'm going to add Liverpool to that list because he's going nowhere. He is staying with us. Player that has been mentioned a lot in the comments is this guy, Milinkovic-Savic from Lazio, 22 years old, good potential in midfield. His valuation, though, is a stumbling block for us. We don't have that kind of money, so in order to get him in, we'd have to let somebody go, which I'm not thinking about or contemplating doing right now, particularly as we've already got Andre Gomez, but I have added him to the shortlist. His wage demands are low, which are good, but this might be a transfer that we look to push over the line in January when we've got a better idea of our season and the squad. One thing I will also be doing, obviously once deadline day has passed and hopefully it hasn't come back to haunt us, is going through the squad, looking at the release clauses and making sure they're high enough to deter any kind of offers coming in from bigger clubs. You can see players like Leto here's got a €20 million release clause. Going to be getting rid of that one. Coquelin's is quite high already, so I'm not too worried about that. But I don't want any of the younger players in the squad, just as we go down this list, to be snapped up without us having a chance to, fight to keep them. So another offer coming in, this time for Cancelo. Now, I saw a lot of the comments when I negotiated with West Ham saying, like, what are you doing? You've got to keep him around, and you actually prefer him to Montoya because of his potential and because of his age. Think he should be our first team right back. So going to reject the bid from Hertha BC here and make sure that that happens. Keep him around, give him some first team game time. There's only 2 hours left of deadline day. Been a bit of a quiet one for us, but Manchester City are the latest Premier League side to show an interest in Gaia, but again, they're getting the same treatment. That's being rejected. No inbound transfers for us at the moment. I'm happy just to keep the squad that I've got at least until January, when we can have a look at the likes of Elena and have a look at Malcolm and the other transfers that have been suggested, the other transfer targets. I'm going to scout them properly, get a good idea of their stats and valuation before we decide to make a move. So there we go, final hour. No deals inbound for us. Not a great deal of activity at all on deadline day, but what I think we will do, let's just clear that email for a start, because OCD annoys me when I've got a little notification up there. What I think we'll do is have a look at the transfer history. I've got on the right page in a minute. Have a look at the biggest deals that have kind of gone through in Europe and see what ones we need to look at. Thomas Lamar's gone from Monaco to Barcelona, 63 million. Atletico Madrid, our next opponents, have lost Koke. He's gone to Spurs for 58. Brahimi joins Arsenal for 50. Kostas Manolas joins Spurs. They've done well in this transfer window, Koke and Manolas. Pedro, we're going to have to watch out for him when we play Atletico next, because he's joined for £43.3 million from Chelsea. Obviously Gomez we know about, Thorgan Hazard. Pastore's gone to AC Milan. Lucas Vazquez played against us in the last game. That was his final game for Real Madrid because he's joined Bayern Munich. Corona joins Dortmund. Castillejo leaves La Liga and goes to Leipzig. Ian Robin, Bayern to Roma. Strange one for me, 34 million. Marcus Rashford joining AC Milan as well. Pastore and Rashford, great couple of signings for Milan. There's Rugani, who is a player that we were looking to buy, but Burnley beat us to it. Savic has left Atletico. Vertonghen's gone to Real. Mandzukic's gone to Real as well. And then just a load more transfers, as there always is on FIFA in this initial transfer window. Just scrolling through here, I don't think there's any more really that we need to pay that much attention to. Now this is weird, I was just talking about release clauses, and Carlos Soler Everton have agreed to pay the 36.8 million euros release clause to negotiate with him. Obviously, it would mean the deal would go through in January because the transfer window has now closed. I'm going to negotiate with him. I want to keep Soler around. So he wants a €10,000 a week increase on what he's on now. I've told him it'd be a 5-year contract. No release clause. That's the big thing. An important first-team player status. Let's get that accepted. No release clause. He's only 20 years old. I know we're giving him a £10,000 a week, €10,000 a week pay rise, but it keeps him at the club. Very, very happy for him to extend. He's got a lot of potential, and judging by the grin on his face, he looks very happy as well. So we've got our next update on the youth scout. Obviously, Jose Vidal was a player, had potential of 90 something last time. That's gone down to 87 now. So we'll leave him on the report. Vicente Lavado, potential of 86. Is there anybody else on here that really... Wow, Xavi Perez, between 70 and 94. He's one to keep an eye on. Other than that, Victor Alonso, age just 15. Another one to keep an eye on. We'll leave these players on the report, and obviously we'll get updates on their progress. So there's a big game coming up now. Atletico Madrid, of course. It's another one of the big fixtures that you mark on the calendar when they come out here in La Liga. The two Madrid sides and the Barcelona fixtures, and for us the Sevilla fixtures as well, are going to be the crucial one. I'm going to show you the starting 11 like this today because I got a copyright issue on the last video when I was showing the little graphics. I know there's ways around it. I think you can speed them up and it doesn't pick it up. But today, until I figure that out, for this episode, you're just going to have to bear with me. We've gone with a 4-3-3. That's my strongest formation. I've got Coquelin and Kondogbia in there again. So Gomez not in the midfield three, but you'll see I wanted to include him. So I'm going to play him wide on that right-hand side. See if we can get his playmaking ability to cause Atletico some problems. And Cancelo starts over Montoya for the first time this season. It's a 4-4-2 for Atletico. Griezmann and Diego Costa up top. Certainly going to cause us problems. And you can see Pedro starting wide on the right. See if we can build on the win we got. Oh, not with passing like that. Andreas Pereira, La Liga Player of the Month. It was just announced before this game. Not with passing like that. Anyway, what I was going to say, hopefully we can follow up with a win against one Madrid with a win against the other. That would be nice. Oh, how's Guy kept that in? That's great. Kondogbia coming forward. Not sure if this is the right formation to be playing against a 4-4-2, but we'll soon find out as Saul Niguez does some good defensive work. Pedro fires one into the feet of Diego Costa. We know about his strength and his hold-up play and his aggression and all of the other things, but above all that, he's a great goal scorer, so you're going to have to be careful. Kondogbia takes the ball off him this time, though, and bursts out of defence with the ball. Don't lose it there, pal. Going to have to move it quite quickly. Not being able to retain possession in the opening 15 minutes of this one, it's kind of been all Atletico. Here's Saul into Diego Costa. Good hold-up play once again. Here's Pedro. Runs inside, trying to knock him off the ball. It's not happening. Ball goes out to Felipe Luis. A lot of former Chelsea players in this squad. Working it to Griezmann, who's into the box. Good challenge from Garay. Had to get that spot on. Gaia. It's been a very scrappy game so far. There's no real quality or chances for either side so far as Cancelo finds Andre Gomez. Feeds it through now, looking for Pereiro. Might drill one into the box. It's blocked. But Mina with a good acrobatic and innovative effort, really, but straight down the throat of the goalkeeper. Pereiro knocks the ball inside. Coquelin helps it on. Kondogbia finds Santi Mina. Very isolated. Looking to wait for support. He's done that. Pereiro bursts onto it. Pereiro from a tight angle beats Oblak. And we've got the lead here. 34.5 minutes on the clock. And it's brilliantly worked. And Pereiro chips in with another goal this season. He obviously scored the winner at the Bernabeu. Or Bernabeu. What kind of pronunciation was that? He's got another one here at home to the other Madrid. Here is Pedro coming forward. We dive in. Don't get anywhere. Coquelin, though, stands up, does his job well, and the counter-attack could be on. Here is Perejo. Finds Santimina. He's got Pereira making a darting run down the left. He's picked him out. Pereira might stand the ball up to the back stick. He's done that, and Gomez just completely mistimed his jump. Vitolo finds Diego Costa. First touch was a little bit loose. Take it off him. We're approaching half-time. We're actually into stoppage time. Coquelin looks to find the feet of Santimina. Can't do it, but we are going to go in with the lead at the break. Not been a classic, but what can you say? When you've got the league, you can't complain, can you? Here's Yannick Carrasco's come on at half-time. Ball is played to Saul Niguez. Costa into Griezmann. Atletico Madrid looking hungry here. Griezmann on his favoured left foot. Finds Carrasco. Gets the ball back. Griezmann. And at the start of this second half, we find ourselves level. It was brilliantly worked. Yannick Carrasco obviously involved, who's no longer at Atletico. Recently moving to China, but still defending there all over the show. We were all right there. We were forcing Griezmann away from goal, but that slick 1-2 completely cut us apart. Honestly, whatever Simeone said to his players at half-time is working, because they've come out 100 mile an hour, playing effective football. Saúl Ñíguez on the edge of the box, dispossessed by Garay. Could have been a foul there, not given. He finds Kondogbia, helps it on one more to Andreas Pereira. Looks for Santimina, pass was poor. Story of our game for the last 20 minutes or so. Being poor at retaining possession again. Here's Griezmann at the other end. Good ball to find Carrasco, very tricky customer. Looks to bend one. Neto was beaten and he just had to stand and watch and hope that that went wide. Kevin Gamero coming on as well for Diego Costa. That's not a bad substitution to be able to make. Paulista plays the ball left to Gaia. Gaia looking to switch the play. Pereira helps it on. Here is Cancelo. Cut inside quickly. Coquelin knocks it on. Here's Kondogbia. Got a bit of space. Might let fly. Instead gives it to Santimina, who will let fly. And that goes a couple of feet wide of the mark. So, just over 20 minutes to go. I'm making a triple change. You've got Guedes, you've got Zaza, and you've got Rodrigo coming on. We're going 4-4-2. Guedes and Rodrigo in the wide position. Zaza joining Santimina up top. Goal now would surely be a winner for either side. Pereira looks to dink it over the top for Santimina. He's got there. He's got an opportunity to hit this as well. He's not got the pace. Oh, that's inches over the bar. Just had to take the shot on. I was being caught. Here's Cancelo bombing forward at right back. Go on, mate. This is why we rejected those offers for you. Santimina will have to go backwards and be patient. Pereira, Kondogbia, chance to shoot. Instead, we're going to work it left to Guedes. Lovely little fake shot and turn. Guedes on his left. That's so bad. That finishing is so bad. Being the home side, as you'd expect, we are in the ascendancy and we are the ones looking most likely to win this game. But I don't want to jinx it. Atletico obviously still got some threatening players on the pitch. But at the moment, Guedes is in some space. Could cut the ball back inside. Santimina, what a save. Although, Santimina reacts the quickest to this diving header. Has seen the ball flying to the back of the net. It was a brilliant reaction save initially from Oblak. He's got to be fuming with his defenders. They were just so slow to react. This is a great cutback from Guedes. That is a great save. And I don't know who it is, but instead of heading it, they've tried to volley the ball clear. And Mina put his head in where it could have got hurt. And he's been rewarded for his bravery. Atleti coming forward. We are park the bus. Lucas finding Kevin Gamero. Oh no, well played Kondogbia. It needs to be cleared. Oh, Neto. Oh, panic much. Zaza with his little bald head. Finds Santimina. I'm heading for the corner. Unless I can get an angle in here for a shot. Oh, that's brilliant from Santimina. Absolutely brilliant, and he's so unlucky not to grab another goal and seal this game. A dominant display, really, from us today. Atletico rarely threatened. I don't want to say too much because there's still time. Griezmann heads the ball down. Garay's going to whack this clear. Anywhere will do for us now. And Zaza might have got the end of that. Look at this. He's winning the foot race. Zaza on his right foot. He's put the ball beyond Oblak. Oblak. My pronunciation tonight, honestly, all over the show. That's what happens when you record a video middle of the night. But Zaza, off the bench, wins the foot race, has the strength to hold off his man. I think it's Diego Godin as well. He's not the fastest, we know that. But on his right foot, he just smashes the ball home. And this, like I was saying before the game, one of the crucial fixtures. It's a big, big win and puts the rest of the league on notice. There goes the final whistle. So, as you guys know, I'm simming the training and it's had some positive effects. You can see Gaia now 81 rated, which I'm sure means in January, even more clubs are going to be after his signature. So now we travel to Levante, another team currently bottom of La Liga, and I think they'll be fighting for their lives this season. They've lined up with a 4-1-4-1 formation, which is a little bit negative from the offset, particularly being at home. It suggests they'd be happy with a point that would be their first point of the season. So far, they're yet to register anything. Abel Hernandez leading the line, as you can see there. We've gone with a 4-4-2. I quite liked the feel of that formation when we changed to it in the last game against Atletico. Mina and Zaza playing up front together. They got the goals. A couple of other changes in the team as well. You can see Soler starts and Guedes starts, along with Leto at left back. Zaza cuts onto his left foot. Oh my word. I literally thought that was going in. That would have been a dream start. Oh, nice little nutmeg. Levante coming forward. 10 minutes on the clock. That's a great ball. Leto has been caught out here. Ball across had to be blocked. And Garay, with some super defending, intercepts it. Home side have got a corner though. Corner driven into the near post. Abel Hernandez chests it down. The shot comes in. But luckily for us, straight at the goalkeeper. Anywhere else, and he would have been in trouble. And there's a little off the ball incident there. As Neto had the ball in his hand. But nothing too much came of it. Levante coming forward. Abel Hernandez. We know he's quick. Paulista put a challenge in, but it wasn't necessarily a strong one. Ball is played to Fahad, who's very quick. And he can bang it as well. He's put Levante ahead. Can you believe that? Just over 20 minutes on the clock. We've been caught out. I think it all stemmed from this weak challenge initially in the move. You're not going to see it in the replay, but to be fair, great finish from the angle. Maybe we're going to be one of them teams that does alright against the big boys, but drops points against teams from the lower end of the table, because that's obviously what the opening sort of 3 games have suggested so far. We've beaten the big boys in the Madrids, but we dropped points against Las Palmas, and their relegation rivals, you'd suspect, or a team tipped for relegation, we're struggling against here. Here's Abel Hernandez holding it up, waiting for support. Support's arriving. Here's Fahad, the goal scorer. Lopez, good little football from Levante this. Hernandez finds Pedro Lopez. Hernandez continues his run, has a little toe punt at goal. Luckily for us it was blocked, but it's kind of all Levante so far. Santimina, nice footwork there. Andre Gomez finds Zaza, continues his run. Gomez, can he finish? No, good save from Raul. Good goalkeeping, he was out very, very quickly. Parejo finds Gomez. Nice little ball from Gomez. Soler could be in here. Tight angle, drives it across goal. Could easily have snuck in the back post, or anybody getting a touch on that has got an easy tap in. Just wasn't to be. Straight across the face of goal, look. Here is Garay coming forward into the feet of Santimina. It's a lovely turn. He's not left-footed though. Takes it onto his right. Oh, that's brilliant. That is absolutely brilliant from the youngster. He come close to doing that in the last game, but this time he's succeeded in off the post. We've got ourselves level right on the stroke of half-time. He had so much to do when he picked this ball up. Turn the defender, cut another one inside, and then use the other defender as a shield to bend the ball around him, completely out of the goalkeeper's reach, in off the post. That is an absolutely beautiful goal from Santimina. Campagna, good ball, good challenge from Guedes. Can't win the second ball though. The half-time whistle does go. No changes, not going to make any yet, but I will go for it if it's still 1-1 with about 20 minutes to go. We need to win these fixtures. Parejo puts it in to Santimina. Zaza's down off the ball, not sure why. He's up now and he gives chase to that. He's going to get there. Can he cut it back? Parejo, that is the worst first-time shot of all time. Ball is chipped over the top. Need to win that. Cancelo does very well. Soler, nice little turn and pass inside. Here's Parejo, the captain, looking for a bit of inspiration from him. Going to knock it right to Soler. Can he put the cross in? Needs to create a kind of angle. That's great footwork. And now he stands the ball up. But, oh, Lerma, what are you doing there? Nearly fell to Zaza, but just as he was about to hit it, the defender got a foot in. Cleared the ball away. Just over half an hour remaining. And we're starting to ramp up the pressure. Here is Zaza. He's got Soler on the right. Soler, no support. Might have to just drive one. Good save from Raul. How's that stayed out? I think the effort was blocked. The follow-up effort. Oh. Shoot! I don't know how that has not ended up in the back of the net. That was a great save. And then that, I think I'll just... Oh my word, it looks terrible. Levante coming forward. It's a rarity in the second half. We've been dominant, but scores are still level. That's the only stat that matters. Good interception from Gabriel Paulista here. Ball is played wide by Gomez. Guedes finds Santimina. Nice turn. Simone Zaza, a bit isolated at the moment. His footwork is so slow. And then that is one of the worst tackles you're ever likely to see on FIFA. He's definitely going to be booked for that. In the meantime, we've got defending to do. It's a brilliant ball over the top. It's an air shot. We've got away with it, and Cancelo defends it well in the end. Just over 15 minutes to go now, and we're making a double change. We're going for it. Vieto is coming on, and Rodrigo coming on as well. We're going 4-2-4. Only problem with doing that is you do leave yourself a little bit open and vulnerable at the back, but I'd rather go for it and lose than just sit here, do nothing, and take the point. That's not what I'm about. Here is Parejo. Knocks the ball to the right-hand side. Cancelo. Vieto. Santimina. Surely that's a foul. Thank you, referee. I'm going to hit this. It's a long way out, but I'll hit it. Parejo certainly capable. Need to get the power right, though. Need to get it up and over the wall first and foremost. Looking to bend it. It's a tame one. Easy save for the keeper. 10 minutes to go. Please don't tell me we're going to drop more points to a side that is likely to be fighting for relegation. Oh, my God. Might drop more than that. Here's Roger, fresh off the bench. That is the worst finish. Worst finish. Nato with a comfortable save in the end. Should have been a goal, though. Should have been the win for Levante. I said it makes us vulnerable, this formation, but I've got to go for it. Got no choice. Corner. They're going to take this short. Good interception, although the ball still worked into the box. Referee's pulled that back for a free kick for Levante. So they're basically going to have another go and another opportunity to get this cross in. Going to play this short as well. They are. Ball does come in. It's dangerous. The header comes in. And Nato was more confident than I was that it was going wide. Cancelo finds Rodrigo into Vieta. The striker's a bit too far apart for my liking, but here's Santimina. Might win this game for us. Tries an effort from distance. It's going to be a corner though. Pedro Lopez couldn't prevent that. If his delivery is right, we could nick the win here. Vieto trying to meet it. Is it going to be headed back across goal? It's going to be another corner. Got a lot of height in there. I want this to be whipped in dangerously. It is. Garay! I thought that was a winner. I thought it hit the back of the net. In the meantime, the full-time whistle has gone. And we have dropped points. It's finished all square in Levante. So at the end of this episode, it's looking familiar at the top. Only in first place though. Barcelona leading the way. 3 wins and a draw from their opening 4 games. And you got Real Betis and Eibar. Nobody has won their opening 4 games. That's a bit of a shocker. Villarreal in 4th, Real Madrid 5th, Sevilla 6th, and we are now in 7th. 2 wins and 2 draws from our opening games. One of only 4 teams that remain undefeated, so that's quite good, although that last result against Levante was disappointing. It's their first point of the season. You can see they are rock bottom of the league table, but a great win against both the Madrid sides. Let's not get too carried away. Still very early days, still getting used to the side. I'm sure there is a lot of football still to come, but that's where we're going to end this one, guys. Please do drop a like if you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to follow me on socials and subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so already, and I will see you in the next episode.